Hi, everyone. Welcome to Life with Marlene. And we are doing the very first Gems Spotlight. And this on the Gem Spotlight is all about our subscribers because we have some awesome content creators out there that I want you guys to know about. And today we have Mary Mah, and she is a fellow YouTuber, content creator. We're going to get into some information. I have 10 questions that I want to ask Mary Mah. And also, you guys feel free to ask questions in the chat. So I'm going to get started. Let me put up, ooh, here it is right here. We have our gem spotlight, Coach Mary Mah, and we welcome her to Life with Marlene channel. If you don't know her channel, I put the link to her channel in the description box. I welcome you to go by and look at a video and find out about her awesome content. So, everybody, let's give a warm welcome to the Gems Spotlight this week. And it is Coach Mary Mah. Let's welcome her to the show. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Marlene. Hi,
Hi.
everyone.
How are you doing?
I am doing very fine, and it is an honor for me to share your space today.
I'm so grateful that you accepted the invitation because I had did this at the last minute and I was like, who am I going to get to be my first gem spotlight? You, coach.
I am happy to be a pioneer and to share my experience with your audience and with my audience and everyone out there who is listening.
Awesome, awesome. Yes. So, I am going to see if there's anybody in the audience. I don't think anybody has come in yet. Oh, I think I see Relin. He said hello. I don't know if he's still here. And I see TSM Rapper. He says bell on. So I don't know who is in the chat. You guys always feel free to comment. So I'm just going to say this. Welcome to the Gem Spotlight. This is where we introduce you to a content creator that and you, if you want to be on the show, send me an email to bestlifecrew@mail.com. And also, I would love if you guys could share, like, comment, subscribe, all of that. So, yes, guys, let's start with the first question that I have for Mary Ma. Hold on, let me pull up my information here. You guys know how it goes. As soon as you have everything pulled up, and as soon as you're about to start, it disappears.
I know.
That's live, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first question that I have is, why did you choose your channel name?
I choose the channel name Reset, Become Limitless and Unstoppable, so that people can see upfront the word reset and they would really know what they are getting into the channel and what the channel is all about. And so the green and the diamonds are symbols of resilience, which is my one word. My one word is resilience, to say that no matter how many times you fall, you have to flex your resilience muscles and get back up, because life is going to knock you down many times, but you are strong enough to get back up. You just need to be challenged and pushed. Unfortunately, we want to wait till we are challenged and pushed before we can come up and really look deep for the answers. So that's why I put reset, so upfront people can see, and then the colors are for resilience, which is my one word.
Awesome. And how did you come up with that idea about resilience?
My my coach would always ask me, "What is your one word that defines you? What is the one word that embodies what you are?" And my one word was resilience. And so, on talking with him, because you really need a coach. A coach will save you stress, time, and money. So my coach really put it together for me and told me, okay, what is it you want to tell people about resilience? And I said, I would like to tell people that they are stronger than they think they are.
Mhm.
They are a work in progress, and there's always room for improvement. It is never too late. And so we came up with the acronym RESET for resilience, the R, the E for education, which is not anything that you can learn that will help you, or unlearn the limiting beliefs that are holding you back, or relearn the old things that are serving you. But we live in a world today where you have to keep learning. So the education is not just formal, it's formal and informal. And the S is for strategy, because once you learn all of that, you have to have a strategy on how to implement, because all knowledge without implementation is not going to really give you the results you want. And of course, the other E is for experience. We know experience, like they say, is the best teacher. So you use your experience for the times that, especially for the times that you've been challenged and the times that you have failed, you use the lessons to to really redo the things that you wanted to do, but this time you are more informed. And
Right.
then the T is for training. Sometimes you just need a little training in the skills that you need to be able to reinvent yourself. So resilience is all about reinventing yourself every time you fall. Even if it's 1,000 times, hit the reset button and give yourself 1,000 second chances. It's just like when your phone goes out, you reboot it and restart it, and it becomes optimal. So it's the same process you can do with your life.
Right. And I think that that's so important what you're saying, Coach, is because so many times that we get so discouraged by so many things in our life, and then we just give up. But just you saying to have that thought in your mind about reset. And I love the acronym that you use so that you can remember what to do each and every time you hit a roadblock or obstacle. And I think that that is something awesome. You guys are also welcome to, if you have a question that you want to ask Coach Mary Mah, feel free to put it into the chat. Okay,
Absolutely.
so let's see. So number two, how long have you been on YouTube, Coach Mary Mah?
I've not been on YouTube as a content creator. I've been on YouTube for exactly 3 months, 2 weeks, and 3 days. So I started on the 14th of April this year, but I've been consuming YouTube content forever. So I decided this year, because I started my own self-development journey in 2018, and I think now I have really learned enough to also help other people to who are going through what I went through before. And so I decided to start the channel, because that is a one of the platforms where you can get to as many people as possible, because knowledge has to be shared for it to be useful.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that that's so awesome, Coach, that you are using your platform to motivate and to teach other people. And I think that that is great. So, what made you want to get into coaching?
I am a two-time divorcee
Mhm.
without a child, and I lived most of my life. I was professionally accomplished, but I kept thinking that I was a failure because I failed in marriage and I
Mhm.
couldn't have children. And I lived with that blame and guilt and stigma, because I come from Cameroon in Africa, where a woman's value is measured in whether she's
Mhm.
married or not, or with how many children you have. And even when you have children, you have to have boys over,
Mhm.
they have the preference of boys over girls. So it's a complex society. So I lived with that stigma, and I was so ashamed of myself. Like, meanwhile, I was really professionally accomplished. And so I really decided that I couldn't continue living like this, because I am a success at something. I cannot measure my success only at whether I am married or not. And we all make mistakes and we can learn and correct ourselves. I'm divorced twice. What if the third time I get it right? The second time I got married, I saw the red lights, but I didn't pay attention. The first time I didn't see because it was my school love, and so we grew up together. But the second time I really saw those red lights and I ignored them. And so it didn't work. So the third time now I know that when I see those red lights, I'm going to take them seriously. And so I'm doing this coaching to tell people that you are not a failure just because you failed at one thing. Like my coach always says, we all have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So
Yes.
find your one thing. I want to help people to find their one thing they are good at and do it very well and optimize them and become their best versions. Because, like they say, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its whole life thinking that it is useless. Meanwhile, if you take it to the water, it will be an expert at swimming. So find what you are good at and do you.
Yep. I agree, Coach Mary Mah, and I think that's so amazing that you are using what you have been through, your life lesson, in order to help other people, because it's true. The way that we grow up, I myself, I wasn't born in the Caribbean, but I have Caribbean parents, and they put the value of a child based on if you're married, how many children that you have, how much money you have in the bank, how many houses. So they put it more on worldly things and not just who you are as a person. And I think that can be difficult to handle, because what if a person never finds a relationship, or what if a person can have children, or what if a person never can get lots of money in their bank account? Does that mean that you're nobody? It doesn't. So sometimes the way that we are raised is not always good, because it doesn't make us feel good about ourselves. It doesn't make us have any self-esteem. So I'm so
Absolutely.
glad that you're using your platform in order to show other people, not just women, but men also, that you're not defined by your circumstances.
Absolutely. And I am using this platform, or I want to do coaching because I was lucky to have traveled a lot. I met a lot of people who did not even think that having a child was a necessity. It's like, okay, I decide I want to be child free because I want to have all my time to myself and do my own things. So I traveled a lot. I met so many people with so different views about life. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's okay not to decide not to have children. It is okay to decide not to get married, and you will still bring value. And so it's really important to raise awareness on all these things so that you empower other people. They shouldn't live the whole of their lives thinking that they are worthless just because they couldn't do specific things. Meanwhile, they are good at other things.
Mhm. I think it's important for us as human beings to take the focus on defining a person based on how much they have or what they do, but put more value of what kind of human being are they? What kind of personality? What do they add to this world? What is their stamp that they're putting on the world? Focus more on that, because everybody is not meant to be a mother or a father, or have lots of money, but they do something for this world in other ways. Maybe they're just a person to be a healer, to help other people, to be in a ministry, or to, well, I don't know, lots of many other things. There's just more than one thing. And also, the way I was growing up, that you didn't have any value or worth if you weren't a boy. It was always just, oh, look what your brother is doing. And it's funny to me, I'm not throwing any shade to my brother, but my brother didn't do anything. I'm like, but look at but look at me, look at what I'm doing. So I also want to put a highlight also on women, believing and loving their self, also men as well. But a lot of times girls get left behind because they think because it's just a big thing in this world to be a boy or to be a man, but it's also something to be a woman, because without the women, there would be no men out there. So
It's a balance.
yeah, it's a balance. You have to value both. You have to value the men, you have to value the women, and show both sexes. You each have a value. You each are important, and you're special to this world. So, I really, I really. That's why I think I was on the same level. Was like, oh, I really like Mary because we kind of have a similar background.
I'm really happy because when I even started, I was like, okay, who is going to listen? But I put on the first video, and so many people listened to it, and I said, okay, it means there's somebody out there who needs the message, who needs to hear that they are okay the way they are. You just find the thing you can do best and do you.
Right. And I think that it's really something special for when you finally can tap into your worth. Like, for a long time from my childhood, because I had a traumatic childhood, and the things that I went through in my life. And if you were only defining yourself by like how I was raised and how parents say I could never be a boy. I can never, do the things that a boy can do because I'm not a boy. So I had to learn to find value and worth within myself, and not listen to your past or your circumstances, because sometimes the people who are around us are not feeding into our spirit and encouraging us to, be a better version of ourselves, even to just encourage us to say, you're somebody special and I love you. So go out there and be the best you that you can be. So
Absolutely.
there needs to be more people out there that are having these kinds of conversations and giving this awareness and telling others you are somebody special and you are somebody of value and worth, because we don't hear that a lot in this world, especially when it comes to people who look like us, that we're just supposed to fade into the background most of the time. But it's not true. You are somebody important, no matter what you look like, no matter what is your race, no matter what sex you are, no matter if your thinking is a little bit different than other people, that each one of us has something to share.
Absolutely. We all have something to share. You know, before the pandemic, people really took a lot of things for granted. But when lockdown came, everyone had to dig deep to find a survival strategy. And that's when people discovered that they were more resilient than they thought, and that they could do more things than they thought. And so an opportunity to know that you can have a new dream at every age. It is never too late to start a new life, to have a new dream, but you have to take responsibility of your life.
Mhm.
Taking responsibility and saying, if it has to be, it is up to me. And looking around and seeing that if others can do it and succeed, I can also do it. And you model success. You don't invent anything, but you the things that you are interested, you look at the people who have succeeded in what you think you can do, and look at the way they did it and learn from them,
Right.
and optimize your potentials and become your best version.
Right. Right. I definitely agree with you, Coach Mary. And I think that one of the most profound things that I ever learned in my life is that, don't wait for others. to give you an opportunity, make them for yourself. A lot of times, as women and men, especially when you have been through something difficult, no matter what it is, say, like you said, a divorce or say a breakup. I also shout out to all those single parents out there, raising kids on their own. So it's a lot of things that can cause you to maybe make you feel that you don't have any value and any worth because you don't have the typical circumstance, the husband and wife with the kids. You may have a different situation, or you may be raising, your sister or brother's kids, or maybe you're a grandparent or a grandfather raising kids. So there's never going to be a perfect situation or a circumstance, but whatever you have been through in your life, even shout out to those who have got incarcerated, and it's hard for them to lift themselves up, back, because sometimes when you go through a hard or a tough circumstance or situation, it's hard for you to say, okay, now what am I going to do? Because society doesn't make it easy for those who have had a strike against them to bounce back and become more resilient. So you got to find your own way to make your own dreams, happen. And that's why I also am a part of domestic violence, helping women who have been in domestic violence situations. I also mentor young kids because when I was younger, those who don't know my backstory, when I was younger, I had tried to commit suicide a few times. So I know what it feels like to be that 10, 11-year old who doesn't know who I am. And also, nobody in your family even sees you, like you're invisible. I know what that feels like. So I like to give back to younger kids who maybe, they can't tell their parents at home because they don't have the support, or they don't have anybody that they can talk to. So I like to go in and mentor children who are like that. So we each have something that we can give to this world. And but it's up to us to go out there and do it.
And that's very true. And I really love what you're saying and what you're doing, because you don't really know the power of your story. The power of your story to be a survival guide for somebody who is passing through what you went through. Because society has a way of tagging you, stigmatizing, and the people who go to jail, for example, they are not the only criminals. There are hardened criminals out there who are really free. There are people who are in jail who are really innocent. And so, but once you are in jail, people think, no, everybody makes mistakes. We have all made wrong choices at one time or the other. But the thing is, when you take responsibility and realize that this path that I am taking, it is not going to serve me, it is not going to bring value to me or to humanity. And so they should give, society should give people a chance. But we are not going to wait for society. Give yourself 1,000, 1,000,000 second chances,
Yeah.
because we are not perfect. Only God is perfect. And we cannot, life is not one smooth sail. We are going to go through valleys, mountains, challenges. But the thing is, pick yourself up, take your responsibility, take back your power, learn to be compassionate with yourself, forgive yourself, and say, it is okay that I made a mistake, but I'm not going to remain in that mistake. I am going to pick myself up, brush up, and keep going.
Right. And I like what you said, Mary Mom. One of the things that helped me so much when I was going through therapy is my therapist told me, give yourself permission to thrive. And those are words that I had never heard in my life before. Because, like I said, like my background, I was always told that I was nobody, because I didn't have children. See, sometimes society puts you in classes and says, You have to have this, and you got to have this, and you got to look, and you have to look like this. So if you're not this, you don't have this look, or you don't have this finance, or you don't have this relationship, or you don't have this children, or you don't have this. So if you don't fit into a mold, where do you land and where do you stand in society? And I had to learn that society doesn't qualify me, that I had to learn to qualify myself. And I think that that's when a shift began in my life, because I had to realize that my potential to thrive and my success lied in me believing that I could. And it was the first time in my life, it was like a light bulb turned on for me when I had to stop looking for other people to tell me that I could thrive, or instead of telling myself, you can thrive. I give you the permission to succeed, even if other people don't see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful what you're saying, because nobody is going to give it to you. You have to decide, take responsibility, own your challenges, own your failures, and say, I am not going to focus on where I fail. I am going to focus on why did I fall? And that is the real balance that you're giving yourself. And society will always judge you no matter what you do. Like there's a proverb in my village. They say, even if you bathe under the rain, your enemies will still accuse you of raising dust. What does it mean? No matter what you do, people are always going to criticize, to talk about it, and from one thing or the other. So you have to take your responsibility. When like, I was really healing from my second divorce, and I would go to YouTube to listen to music. I use music a lot to help me, because I'm the kind of one quiet person that will stay in my corner. Then one day, one of the videos popped up as I listened to Lisa Nichols. You are your own rescue,
Mm.
but you have to be willing. You have to be willing to put in the work. And the willingness to put in the work to rescue yourself starts with forgiving yourself. You
Mm.
forgive yourself for the things that, or the wrong decisions that you made, that gave you the bad results that you had.
Mhm.
Forgiving yourself is never a simple journey, but that is the foundation. You forgive yourself, because most of the time it's more easy for us to forgive people, but we are not compassionate with ourselves. So forgive yourself and give yourself a second chance,
Yeah.
because it's not the end of the world that you have not done a lot of things before you are a certain age. But it is the end of the world if you realize that and you remain without moving forward. And we have a lot of opportunities today. And the same society that is criticizing you, once you succeed, they are the very people that will come and give you accolades, which means you have to depend on yourself. Like
Right.
my teacher will always say, look at life is like the people doing the marathon. They do the running, you have to do the running. Along the way, somebody can give you water, people can cheer you up, but you are the one who is doing the running.
Right. Yep. And I also had to learn, for me, my thing is I was so stubborn. I never used to like to ask for help. I'm it's like she's like, you're drowning, you need a life raft. But I was never gonna ask for it. I was like, well, if they can't see I need a life raft, then I'm not I'm not gonna ask for it. So a lot of times we don't achieve the successes we have in life, or we can't get out of a situation just because we won't ask for the help that we need.
You know why we don't, it's difficult to ask for help sometimes. It's okay to ask for help, but what happens, the first person you go to ask for help from, if it's not the right person, what do? They instead shame you, they add more blame on you, they make you feel worse. And
Mm-hmm.
that is why many people get back inside. They are
Right.
afraid or ashamed to ask for help. Meanwhile, it is okay to ask for help. You can't know everything and you can't do everything by your own. You need help. And
Mhm.
so it still goes back to mindset shift. And it's really a work and a purposeful, intentional process. You
Mhm.
have to work to build your mindset, to wire your brain to see opportunities, to see the good side of things, to see the silver lining in every dark cloud, to see the lesson in every pain and use it to grow.
Right. And what I like to do is I like to change, like one of the things that my therapist taught me, one of the best lessons that I ever got for my money was when she told me is we always get stuck in oh, this person hurt me, or this person did this, or I failed at that. She was teaching me how to rewire it and rethink it. When that person hurt you, or they did X, Y, and Z to you, what did you learn from it? So she said replace that. So they hurt you, but replace that and say, now I'm courageous. This person did this. Well, I learned how to be more independent. This person did this. Now I learned how to handle my finances. It's all about replacing the negatives with the positives. And we have the ability to do that, but we have to want to change that. Instead of being negative, we have to say, I'm not going to be negative anymore. Now I'm going to shift. Now
And
I'm
that's
going to
where the
shift and replace.
willingness,
Hmm.
that is where the willingness is so important. You have to be willing. You have to be willing. If you are not willing, it's difficult to take the necessary action that will help you. And so a shout out to all the beautiful people in the chat who are sending in their comments and questions. It is
Right.
a conversation, it is a necessary conversation. We have to empower people, raise awareness. It is okay to ask for help. And no matter what people would say or criticize you if you ask them for help, skip those ones.
Mhm.
You that is will even help you to sift away all the energy vampires that are draining your energy for nothing. If you realize that when you go to ask for help from someone and they mock at you, you put them out of your list and focus on the people that uplift you. It's really difficult sometimes because some of those people are family members. It is really okay to shift away some family members if they are bringing being a pain in your neck. Shift them up if you want to liberate yourself and become your best version. You have to sift the kind of people you want to stay around,
Right.
because
Yeah.
building yourself needs a community of like-minded people who are building and growing together.
Right. And I believe in that 100%, Coach Mary Mah, because I had to start learning that I needed to learn to zip my mouth. See, sometimes, when we're excited about things or we're doing stuff and we tell people and then maybe it falls through, and then they throw that in your face. Oh, I thought you were doing this, or I thought you were doing that. So we also have to learn to be careful who we share our hopes and dreams with. And also we have to be careful what we say before we make a move. To put the things into action and then let people see the results of the action instead of telling people, I'm going to. I had to learn that for myself because they were like, oh, I thought you were going to do that. I knew you couldn't do it. So, and that gets us discouraged because you really want to do it, but they don't believe in you or support you enough, and it gets you discouraged. It makes you feel let down. So, I encourage everybody to do more walking in silence.
Exactly. And that is why you have to be your own best friend and you have to be your own hero, which means you have to know yourself. You make a conscious effort, self awareness, find out your strengths, find out your weaknesses, which you can enhance to grow. Find
Right.
out your opportunities and thrive. Lean on you, First, because when you know what you want, you can know the kind of help you want, and you can easily pinpoint who can give you that kind of help. And like we say, it is okay to leave out some of your friends, even if they are long term friends or family members who are not helping you to grow. It is okay to go without them.
Hmm. Yes, and I like what Sweet Ree says. Silence is golden. People can't
Absolutely.
people can't know what you're doing unless you tell them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get back to this question. So what type of content do you produce on your channel?
I produce transformational content that's getting people to recognize the present moment where they are, and accept change, and realize that they can reinvent themselves, because you will start by saying yes to you. I want people to, when they watch my videos, they should know that they are the principal character in their life. They are their own best friend. They are their own hero, and they can be successful. And that we are a work in progress. You can always have a new dream. You can always have a new life. The best time to start, they say, is always now. And the best investment is to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself for your self development. When you develop yourself and your mindset, you would know the success process and follow it, because you are now taking informed action and empowered. You're making empowered choices. Empowered choices means your choices are based on the things that you know that will help you to grow. So when people come to my channel, I really want them to be transformed, to believe in themselves, and to know that they have all it takes. They just need to flex their resilience muscles, dig deep in them to uncover their hidden talents.
Yes, I agree 100% with that. So now this is a hard question, but very important because it helps all of us. So what has been your biggest problem, like biggest obstacle being a content creator?
Being a content creator has been I've been creating content forever, but as a YouTube content creator, my greatest challenge is the technical aspects. You can
Uh-huh.
ask me to write forever. I will give you all the pages you want in paper. Don't ask me to put them in technical form. So I my greatest challenge is the technical aspects,
Mhm.
setting up the channel, really putting in place, because I even had to change, put Coach Mary Mah in front of my channel name, because someone really cloned my name, Mary Mah, and like most of my subscribers were going there. The channel has no content, nothing, just the name Mary Mah. And so I had to put Coach Mary Mah in front of mine. So my greatest challenge is how to technically package in a presentable way what I have to say, because I have the content. It's my story, it's my experience,
Mhm.
and I have a lot of things to share. But it comes becomes challenging when I have to do with the technical part. And I'm grateful for people like you who are there ready to help us. And like putting in place all of this, I can just come and sit here and talk, but don't ask me to arrange all this, all the meeting and stuff. I will be completely lost.
Yes,
So technically, I really have a lot of work to do. I'm not
yeah.
yet there.
Yes. I have to say that I'm really proud of you, Coach Mary Mom, because I don't know if you want to share. You don't have to share your age, but I'm just saying at my age, it's difficult for me because I still have a job that I go to. And so you have to balance life with, with YouTube and do all of that. So it is difficult to do all the editing and all of that. So I give you your props, Coach Mary Ma.
No, I thank you very much. I don't have any problems, issues with my age. I will be 57 years on the 26th of September. This 26th of September, I will be 57. And I come from the generation where we know that you go to the library, borrow a physical book and come and read it. We don't do all this technology things, and but we live in a very fast advancing information technology world where you have to learn how to use these new technologies. If not, you will really be left behind. And so I really love writing. I am a journalist by training, and so I spend all my life writing professionally. I write, and I worked in places where there was a technical team. So I just do the content production, and the technical team, they take care of processing it and whatever. So ask me to write, I will write, but don't tell me to stand in front of a camera and speak. And like today, you're putting me on a hot seat. I'm used to asking the questions. Today, I have to be answering the
Answer them.
questions. It feels so. It
It
feels
feels different, right?
it feels so different, but it's a good experience. I think I like it. It's good to really see what is on the other side. Thank you so much for putting me on the hot seat and for bringing me out of my. But I'll tell you, the tech part, I have to take time to learn it, and it's not going to stop me, because if you see my videos, I'm more focused on the content. I know that somebody can listen to it and learn something. The person who wants to learn something will learn something. The person who is coming there to see the aesthetics and all of that is not my ideal audience. My ideal audience is coming to learn how they can reinvent themselves. And so they don't mind, well, I'm not taking them for granted. I'm improving. I'm going to keep growing and learning and doing the tech parts. But I think for me, the most important thing is the content, what brings value to my audience.
Mhm. Well, I think the right people, like I always say, is the right people are going to find your channel, and they're gonna be there for the content, not for fancy. Because I'm not a technical person either. I try to do little things, but I'm not
You are
a
far advanced.
I'm not a technical person, Coach Mary, but I feel like the right people are going to be drawn to you. People are going to be drawn to you not because of fancy things that you can do, but your personality, what the message that you have to say. That's who's going to keep coming back. The fancy things, that's
Absolutely.
nice, but that's not everything. So you don't worry about that, Coach Mary. You just keep putting out the good content, and the right people will come.
I am learning and I'm improving.
Yes.
And it's good to start, because if you don't start, you will not improve. You will not learn anything.
Mhm. Yeah, you won't.
Mhm.
Okay, so the next question that I have for you is number five. What do you want your audience to get from your channel?
I want my audience to know that they are resilient. I want to really guide them how to unlock their inbuilt potentials and
Mhm.
optimize them to become their best versions. We all have a lot of talents, but a lot of talents are underutilized because people are afraid of putting out themselves. So my channel is to help people to know that they can do an auto evaluation to determine what strengths they have, what are the opportunities around, and they can identify the things that they need to learn or the skills that they need to grow. I'm doing this channel because I made a lot of mistakes and I learned from them, and I applied those lessons I learned, and now I am a different person. So I want to help others who are going through the challenges that I faced, using the strategies that I used, like a survival guide for them now. And like they say, people are looking for a guide. They are not looking for an expert. They are looking for somebody like them who went through what they went through, and they are looking for how they survived, how they went through it, what did they use, which methods, which strategies did they, how did they come out from their own challenges, and so
Mhm.
that they can also use it in their own present challenge to come out from it. So my ideal audience is challenge people over 50 who have who are unable to create and sustain success, and then who think that life has ended for them. And I really always start by telling them, you are not a failure just because you failed at something. You are a work in progress, and there is always room for improvements. And the best thing is, each time you are starting over, you are starting with a lot of learned lessons that will help you now to do better. And so I use the 5 step process, which can be used individually or collectively. Like I say, most of the times, people just need to be a little resilient to be able to come out from their challenges.
Wow.
Or if they want to go to the E for education, they just need to unlearn some of those limiting beliefs, like we were talking about, relearn some of the things that help them. Because what we have to learn about life is there are always going to be things within your circle of control. Those things that you can do, the strengths that you have, they are in your circle of control. You can apply them to do what you want with. And so you worry about those ones and improve them, optimize them, and
Mhm.
make yourself a better person. Don't worry about things that are outside your sphere of
Yeah.
influence. It's time consuming. You can't just sit there and be watching TV and worried about the inflation. And what it's true that inflation will come and meet you, but worry about how can I act now so that when inflation is coming, it will have a minimal impact on my life.
Right. I think it's like I like to say all the time, don't worry about what you can't control. Focus on what you can. So, and that's what keeps us encouraged and not discouraged is when we think about what can you do? What is within your grasp? What's within your ability? What's within your finances? Because it's small things like that. When you say, I can do this, I can do that. See, that encourages you. It makes you feel good and strong. It keeps your mind clear. But when you have too much up here in your mind, I can't do this, I'm limited at that, or, when you put all of that onto it, then you worry. Then you stress, then you compare, then you whatever it is, and you give up. And we just can't do that. That's not an
Yeah,
option. Um,
because
MLB has a question for you, Coach Mary, and she says, "Yes, any advice for a person who is just starting out? I have been a new YouTuber since March of this year with 69 subs now, and I upload every day."
you are doing great, girl. You are even far advanced than I am. I started in April and I don't have up to 60 subscribers. So you are doing great. And the best advice I will give you is continue putting out the content. Because, like Marlene said, your ideal audience will find you. And even if it's one person that you are serving, it's a whole world you are changing for that person. And you save one person who is going to save one person who is going to save another person, and you will see the ripple effect. So never get discouraged. Continue putting out the content. You are helping one person at a time.
Right. And I agree with that. The only thing I will say is, being a person who has multiple channels, you just do what look in your back office, do your research. There's a thing in the back office called your analytics. Go and look at that. When you, after a video is up for a while, check on, see how long did a person watch it, how much views did you get, how much watch time. See, the more that you focus on that, then you can know what more to make. What is my audience like? Because I know when I first started my channel, I did content that I wanted to do. And of course, that's why I was getting 10, 15 views. You can't do things that you want to do. You have to do what people are watching, what people are looking at. So if you see that people are liking a certain thing, then do more of content that's like that. And that really encouraged me because, of course, we're content creators. If you're not getting the views you want, try asking your audience. Make a video and say, "What do you all want to see?" You would be surprised. They'll tell you, and you'd be like, "But I don't want to make that," but that's what they like. Yeah,
You see, I'm also learning because I'm just focused on the things that I want to put out. But I'm so happy that you say I have to also do a video because it's about my audience. It's not only about me. I
hmm
have to do a video to ask them what they want
that's not what they want.
because I have to give them value and I am of service. I serve them what they want.
Yeah. And we have another question. It's from Mitzi Manuel. She says, "I'm a person with seizure disorder. Thankful I survived. I survived it. And now I have found out that I have gallstones and I am being down because of financial problems occurred. So everybody is going through something. And that's why I feel like this platform is not just for content creators. It's for everybody, even people who are just supporters. They want to support your channel because they like your backstory. They like what you have to speak about. So I just want to encourage Mitzi and just let her know that, sometimes you go through some hard times, but you're still here. And I want to encourage you to just keep going.
And absolutely, and also I would really tell her that nowadays it's even more easy to find online communities that would really help be there for you, who would really who with whom you can talk and really
Connecting.
bond because before now it was not really easy to find all these online communities. With COVID, the online world is the real world. You find a support community, it's going to really help you to talk about the challenges that you have and how to come out of it. Everybody, at least the majority of the population, ha- is having financial challenges now because the way COVID came and hit, we were
Yes.
not prepared. A lot of things happened. Many people lost their jobs. You're sick. Some people lost their jobs. People have lost their homes. People have lost a lot of things.
Have
But
lost
we
a
are
loved
not
one.
that. I don't even want to talk about that because that's the ultimate. I'm talking about the people who are still alive, and so we are grateful that we are alive.
Yes.
But we have to find help. You can't do this on your own. You have to find a community of support, a support group that will help you to see how you can bring back some financial income, or even just to talk with them and share your pain. Like they say, a problem shared is half solved.
Right.
Find a community of growth minded people. They will help you to start again, to grow, and to even just live every day with gratitude.
Right. I that's one of the things that helped me for a long time when I went through my major depression when I had a miscarriage. And a lot of times there's not even a word for that. They don't have a word in the dictionary for when you lose a child. There's no word for it. And a lot of people don't understand when it comes to miscarriage that people only think about when you give birth to a child. That's the ones that people mourn for. But every time I see somebody who would be my daughter's age, I say my daughter would be 5. When I see little kids about that age, there's nothing that can help you to cope with it. And if nobody has ever been through it, they can't understand your pain. So it's very important. That really helped me when I found a support group for other women who had miscarried. Other people can, they can say, "Oh, it's okay. I'm here to talk to you." But if somebody can't say, like, "I couldn't get out of bed today," Or I saw somebody who had that was like my daughter's age or my son's age. See, you can identify with those people because you know what that feels like. You know what? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
So
like
a
they say,
support
it's,
groups, it changes everything.
yeah, like they say, it's he who wears the shoe that knows where the shoe pinches. So find the people who are wearing the shoes, they know where it pinches, and so they can really help you to just have somebody who would identify with what you're going through, and who is willing not to remain, because the thing that we are talking about today, be willing to reinvent yourself, be willing to find the things that can make you grow. It is not easy, I can assure you that, but it is
Mhm.
much harder when you just stay put. If
And
you
you
are
give up.
looking, you will find a way. It's not going to be easy, but it's better to be looking for ways to grow than to just remain where you fail.
Right. I agree. I agree 100% with that. So, here's number 6. When do you upload or go live? I know you say you don't go live yet, but
I I
what
do.
when do you upload?
Usually I was uploading once a week, which I really did not keep that commitment, but I am working on that once a week.
Okay. That sounds great. Once a week. And what do you find is your biggest challenges in uploading once a week? I can tell you what are mine, but I want to hear what is some of the challenges that you have.
Sometimes I said, ask me to do all the writing, I would do all the content. I have all the contents, but hitting that record button is a big challenge for me.
Mhm.
And so sometimes I just like, oh, this is not going to be good enough. I still am working on the perfectionism
I have that
that is
too.
that is killing, it's eating is eating me, because, and one of the things that really, because I really feel guilty, and I will tell you, people have sent me messages to say, I've not heard from you, are you okay? And I was like, oh my goodness, look at you, you are not living up to your promises. You committed to serve these people, they are waiting for your content, you are not delivering. Wake up, put that content out there. So
Mhm.
I put the short videos there, which is like my ideal video. I would like it to be more than 10 minutes. But
Mhm.
sometimes when I've stayed for past the week without putting a video, I just put a 1 minute or 1 minute 30 seconds video. That's not really the ideal content that I want to be putting. But those short ones, from time to time, I can just chip in something that people can think on.
Right. Well, I just encourage you, for those who don't know, who are not monetized, um, you get more ads once you get to your 1,000 and you get to monetization. They want you to have at least an 8-minute video. So that's what I try to
Oh,
shoot
okay.
for. Try to shoot for at least 8 minutes. If you can't do 8 minutes, it's okay as long as you don't do it a lot. But you know, let's be real. When you get to the point to where you have the 1,000, you got the 4,000 watch hours, you're going to want those ads on your videos. So just think about that in the forefront. Just start with like what I do. If I don't have a lot to say what you have to say and then do a recap. So
Okay. Oh,
that way
no,
you
that's very useful.
stretch it out a little longer. You'd be like, I don't have nothing else to say, so let me say this or add something else to it. And then you can also say something uh say you're saying. I think that that's important to say. Like what you say is that I'm Coach Mary Mah, and on this channel I do this and this. And I would encourage you, if you have not subscribed yet, start saying that at the beginning of every video or the end of every video. And that way your channel will grow too with subscribers. It's just something that somebody told me. You should always do like a short introduction, maybe about 20 to 30 seconds. Just say, like, your channel. Hi, this is Coach Mary Ma, and on this channel I do X, Y, and XY. And today I'm talking about this. That way you're gonna people will know who you are. But if you just start your content, they're gonna be like, "Who
No,
is she?"
I always start, I can tell you my signature tune. I always start my channel. Hi, Coach Mary Mah here. I do these videos every day to remind you that you are not a failure just because you failed at one thing or the other. You are a work in progress, and there is always room for improvement. And the best thing is, each time you are starting over, you are starting with a lot of learned lessons, and which will help you make informed choices and take informed action. So I always introduce the channel. Some people will tell you that it wastes the audience, the person's time, and that some people don't want to listen. There's a whole lot there, but I'm learning and I'm growing, and I'm really open to all the suggestions. Because when I didn't even know about the monetization, I just was looking for a channel to put out my message.
Mhm.
So it's I'm going to put that down and really work on it. 4,000 watch hours, girl, that's a lot of time.
But listen, I'll give you guys some encouragement. Any of you who are content creators, once you start doing what you love, if you love what you do, 4,000 hours, it's going to pass like nothing, because then you're going to be like, they're going to get you to shut up. They're going to be like, oh my God, well, that Coach Mary must shut up.
Oh boy.
Once you start getting on fire for your channel, you get excited, you will be able to tell, because I can go back when I was just saying the message, what I had to say on my Marlene Motivates channel. I was just saying it because I was being obedient. I need to teach these people. But then you could tell when I shifted to now I'm enjoying telling people. It's a
Okay.
difference. So when you start to enjoy, say, hi guys, yeah, and today we're going to talk about, like, you're going to get excited and your audience is going to know that.
Okay.
And they're going to keep coming back. Trust
Thank
me.
you so much. That's very useful.
Yeah. You have to
Life
be
is
excited about your message.
the whole of life is learning. Every day is a new learning process. And
Right.
so we cannot, every day we have to learn. I'm learning new things every day. And it's really, the good thing is just start.
Hmm.
Take that first step is the most difficult. And
Yeah.
like you said, like today, I'm here, you telling me all the tips and all the golden nuggets on how to get around it. If I didn't start, I wouldn't be here today.
Right.
And so they take that first step and start.
Right.
You're going to perfect yourself in the process. But
You
if you don't
will.
start, it's going to be difficult. It can never be 100% perfect.
Yeah. All you say is just put it out there. Like my friend here, Boss Life Online, like, she always encouraged me to do, because I have that perfection issue that I am working on too. And she always encourages me and tells me, as long as it's good enough. It does not have to be perfect. She's like, Marlene, it does not have to be perfect. She's like, if it's good enough, put it out there. Don't be like, oh, but I was looking like this, and I should have had that, and I didn't say this, and then I failed to put out the content. Just, is it good enough? Yes. Does it have a good message? Upload it.
Welcome to the club. I have like three good manuscripts of books in my computer that I don't have the courage to publish because maybe nobody would like to read it and stuff like that. So I have to start taking my own prescription. Put it out there, Mary. Those who want it will do.
We'll
You
listen
are
to
not targeting everybody. You are targeting your ideal
it. I
audience,
did it on this. Yep.
or that one person that would benefit from your experience.
Yep. Yep. So, okay. So let's see. What is your next YouTube goal?
My next goal is to be able to upload first at least 3 videos a week, which is doable because I have all the content already. I just
Mhm.
need to find a way of presenting it in a
You know,
in a
you know
in a
how I'll give you some encouragement, Mary Ma. Put it on your about section. I upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday,
Okay. Okay, on the
or
banner.
whatever day it is that you
Oh, okay.
you
Okay.
tell them when you're going to do, and then because you put it out there, now you have to be accountable. For me, that helped me, because I was like, I already done told these people I'm going to do it, so I so I have to do it. I have to do things backwards. So I was like, I tell them I'm going to do it this way. So, no.
That's a real eye opener, because once you commit it, you have to deliver. That's really useful. I'm going to put it there, and so it's my accountability, because I have given my word. I have to keep it. And also I want to really brave it and start live streaming.
And I would also say, Coach, if you don't feel like you have the time to edit a video, don't be afraid to do a live stream. And you can do this, whatever it is that you were going to say. You're going to start to love live stream because there's no editing. You hit the button, you say it, hi guys, so and so and so. Okay, bye. No editing, and you're done.
Now I'm really happy that I'm sitting here and talking with you, because sometimes you just say, if you're doing a live stream. I've also heard people say sometimes I do my live stream, nobody is listening at that time, but I do it all the same because I know that people would watch the replay.
They'll watch the replay.
So I really want to start live streaming, and is a good opportunity to invite people who can come and also share their experiences, and make the channel not a monotonous me thing, but bringing
Yep.
people who can come and share their experiences and share their own stories, so that people can really help.
African dreaming. Hi, welcome.
Yesterday they gave me a real spotlight in their channel, and I was,
Awesome.
oh,
Awesome.
I was blushing. Thank you, guys.
Yes. So the let's see. What do you want to tell everyone about your channel?
I just want people to know that this is my channel, is a channel where you can learn practical action steps that you can apply and change your life. What I want is for people to know and to see that it is possible. Success is possible. Other people have succeeded. We can also succeed. Just learn how to succeed and apply it. Be willing to learn and take action,
Right.
and follow the model. You will get the results.
I agree. I agree. Now here is the big question, Coach. You ready? Are you open to doing collaboration?
This is what we are doing here. And there's nothing as good and as important as collaboration, because
Mhm.
you can't do it all alone. You are not alone. You can't do it on your own. You have collaboration will take you a very long way. And it is very necessary, because today we are doing collaboration. Your audience is discovering me, my own audience is also discovering you, and that is the way to go. Like they say, if you want to go far, go alone, but if you want to go further, go together. So we collaboration is a win-win partnership, which is very necessary. In fact, collaboration is the life wire of everything we do. You can never do it alone. You have to always collaborate, either with the people who show you what to do, who are helping you in one way or the other, and collaboration is key. So I am very open.
Right. Because I think in collaboration, not only you learn, they learn something as well, and then your audience gets to find out about, more about you, because everybody has different personalities, so they'll draw out different things in you. And I think that's good. And also you get people from their channel to come over to yours. So collaboration helps with a lot of things.
Yeah, it adds value to the content that you're giving your audience, because you're bringing in experts and people from with different perspectives, and so when they come to your channel, they have more value when you have collaboration with people who bring different perspectives, and help them to grow, because everybody is looking for a way to grow. As long as you have people who bring value and help, it is very necessary.
Yeah, I think that it's very important to collaborate. I think once I started collaboration, that's when I started seeing my numbers start growing, because I think I've done two, no, maybe five collaborations on this channel. And then their people start coming over, and then they like you, and then because they share, and then that person shares somebody else. So yeah, I think it's important to do collaboration.
No, it's together, together. They say you can't have it all together, but together we can have it all. So it's together. You can't do it on your own. It's doing it alone is never the strategy. In today's world, no. And in anything that you want to be successful full at, collaboration is key. But you will find, because you find the people that bring value to what you're doing, and you share the value, it's a win-win, and everybody grows.
Right. And I really like what you're doing on your channel, Coach Mary Mah. Hey, you only have been on YouTube for 90 days, and I just want you to keep it up and keep encouraged, and be confident, because I think all of us at a certain period of time in our YouTube journey, we get kind of discouraged and we think, oh, nobody's listening to my content, nobody likes it. But the right people will come. You just keep doing what you do and add your whatever your, I like to call it my sauce. Put your sauce on it. Put your personality on it, and just keep doing it. Like I was saying, do some batch recording and then just premiere it or upload it. Don't worry about trying to do so much fancy editing. It's just about putting it out, the content out there, being consistent, and people will come, because once they see, oh, I can count on them this day and that day, then they're going to come this day and that day to get it. So stay encouraged. And I just want to say thanks, everybody, for coming to this gem spotlight today. If you guys had if you guys have any questions that you want to ask Coach Mary Ma before I end the stream, uh, okay, email you. Okay, I definitely will. African Dreaming. So yeah. So Coach Mary Ma, you're right now. You said you're at 50 subscribers.
I was at 57 when we started the live show, but you don't know what YouTube does. Sometimes you think that you are somewhere, and then you go back and you are, I don't know. YouTube has
Yeah,
their own way of doing things. Oh, okay. Now I'm seeing 58 subscribers, and I am really grateful to all those 58 people. I don't take them for granted. I'm really grateful, even if it's one person. I am really grateful for that person, and I will continue improving and putting out the content.
right, right. Like why I wanted to do this gem spotlight is because I think a lot of times, like as content creators, like especially me as a vlogger, I go out there and I'm showing what's going on in my world, in my life, but we also have to give focus back to the people who are actually watching us. I feel like this gem spotlight is to like highlight, this is another great content creator that I want you guys to. I think you can't be selfish when it comes to your channel. That's what I think.
No, I
Um,
am really, really grateful for it, because I will never go, I will never have the idea of going to do a live show or to even stay in a spotlight. But you are so selfless and helpful, and really, like, you don't have any reason to tell me to put me on the spotlight to promote my channel or to promote what I'm doing. But you are just a good person, and you love progress,
I love
collective
progress.
progress. Because, like they say, success is very lonely at the top. So you are the type that wants to carry as many people with you, so that there will be there will be more people empowered. And I'm really grateful for that. And that's the spirit. And that's why collaboration is key. And you're doing amazing things. And girl, I don't know how you rock it with all those channels and meeting up, but
Five channels.
I put down my hat for you, because I really celebrate you and I appreciate everything you're doing, because yours truly, people need this content. And like the Oprahs, the Tony Robbins, And all those big names, they have their own audience. They cannot reach the people that you and me can reach. And so our content is also very important. And we have our place. It's really important to continue putting out the content. And there's really, I think, for one thing, for one thing, I really am sorry for the people who lost a lot of people during the COVID. But COVID has made us to really gain a lot of things. These online communities, you it's and then finally it's like somebody you know, and that we are just like next door, but you are all the way as how many kilometers away, but we are talking like this, and I'm so grateful.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
really so grateful.
Well, I thank you so much. I thank everybody for tuning in today for the Gem Spotlight. I'm going to have Mary Mah's channel. I think I linked it already in the description box of the video, but I will also put it in the comment section when this video uploads. So this is Coach Mary Mah, guys, and we thank
Yes,
you
and
so much.
okay, just one thing I just want to leave
Okay.
the audience with. I said, you can't change the past, but you can change the story you tell yourself about it. Instead of telling yourself the story of a loss and pain and failure, tell your story with tell an empowering story, a story of healing, of growth, of learned lessons. Like they say, fail is first attempt in learning. Use the lessons and reinvent yourself and grow. And I want to thank everybody in the audience and all those who are going to watch the replay. I am so grateful. And thank you so much, Marlene. I hope we are going to have another collaboration. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
am, anytime, girl, I am ready.
Yes, yes, most definitely, most definitely. So, guys, this has been Coach Mary Ma, and if you have not subscribed to her channel already, go ahead and do so. Watch a video, leave her a comment. Yeah, she's awesome. And this has been my gem spotlight for this week. We appreciate you, Coach Mary Ma, and I'll see you guys next week, Wednesday, where we do another gem spotlight. Bye, guys.